wanted to win on the road, but honestly, being able to go through the opportunity and having these chances to create first times for us in terms of a road game the day of, I came out pleased with the effort that we gave, how we made adjustments from the first half to the second half, and then coming out of the game, our first overtime game, and battling through that. Freshmen don't know what an overtime game is in a regular season, and it's also nice to know what that feels like, so you don't want to go there again. So we came out of it, I think, on a positive sense. It's brought us into a great week of training.
Yeah, UAB was a really good team. They came out really strong, and going into that match, we knew they had beaten a lot of other OVC teams pretty significantly. So the fact that we came out with a tie of that result, we were not disappointed at all. I think it helped our confidence even more going into our first conference games this weekend.
Yeah, it's twofold. Yeah, the intensity ratchets up with conference play, but we have done an overnight stay, so that's great. We're going to get there. We're going to get a training session in, get a good dinner, and wake up the next day and start our prep for the game in terms of just mentally as well as physically. And so since we've already gone through that with our trip to Valpo, I think that we have a settled feeling about ourselves in terms of how to manage that. So I feel confident with that. It's a late game. It's a 7 p.m. game, so our travel home will be an early a.m. arrival. So that's where the quick turnaround will come into play with us on Saturday. But I think because it's conference, that lends us to a narrower focus of it may be an early morning arrival, but we go right into a conference game the next day. So I feel confident with how they'll manage the whole weekend.
This theme we've had this whole season is to not just win conference, but to dominate the conference. So I think we're super excited going this weekend because we know that we can dominate and we can win all these games.
Right. We talk about the difference early on, that these are our non-conference games, and non-conference games are opportunities in training and opportunities in games to learn, to prepare us for conference season. In terms of verbiage, when we're talking about we want to go out and we want to win the first and second ball and we want to dominate teams with a tempo of play, those don't change. It's just we get opportunities in our non-conference season to put it out on the table and see where we're at, and then come back, tweak some things during the week, and get ready for the next game. So the intensity ratchets up for not only our team, for literally everyone in the conference, because there's such parity in our conference that every point, every one of our OVC teams is fighting for, and we don't want to relinquish that point to anyone easily.